is them and them alone. So if you want to reach out to them, you can dial *292# and that is their USSD code and for those prompts. So investment in government bonds and securities is as low as 15,000 Ugandan shillings. 15,000 Ugandan shillings is the lowest you can go for. So if you have means of money and looking for ways on where to save them or maybe invest them in, Zabo says my money, my future. And of course, Monday to Friday, this is the last working day of the week for Zabo. Monday to Friday, operational except for public holidays, which I don't think we've had this week, from 8:15 a.m. to 3:15 p.m. So if you want to invest in government bonds and securities, do reach out to Zabo. They said there's no hassle, there's no need for you to go out in long queues and wait. No. So, powered by Otis East Africa, they're telling you to do something new. It's the year 2023. Well, of course, still in today's discussion, we were discussing reports came in actually, and of course, NIRA saying that IDs should not be used as security for loans. That is true because, I mean, the other national IDs have very many values and you could be used anywhere. For some people, it may not have any value. It may be you seeing it laying there, but trust me, for you to access any financial services, for you to access even education, you need a national ID. So trust me, even if you're opening up a business, you need it as a document. Even if you're being employed, you need a national ID. So there is nowhere that national ID is not needed. So why does this leave for financial institutions? And of course, what alternative do they have? And of course, right about now, I'm joined by Zam Tisasra, and of course, for the Rosira Alliance Corporation, and is going to be telling us what they are really having for themselves. Good morning. Welcome to Smart Men's Business. And of course, you are aware of what is happening and what NIRA has really said about not using national IDs.
Yes.
My first question would be actually, so now that this has come up, what does this mean for financial institutions that lend out money, people like that are in these corporations like you? What does this mean? Okay, first of all, what have you been using for people, asking people for security as?
Okay, thank you very much. And thank you for inviting us on this show. Actually, for the circles, we lend out money to our members. We use very many things when lending out. First of all, national IDs, we normally use them as a KYC, know your client. So if you provide us with your national ID, make sure that it helps us to know the exact person, where he resides from, and also so that we don't give out money to ghost, that person who's a ghost client. That's why we need the national IDs. And somehow, somewhere, some circles use it as a security, but to us, some other circles don't use it as a security. But after knowing you that you are actual person, you are Isaiah taking this loan, the IDs talks about Isaiah, so we add on other things. Like there are like 6 C's we normally consider. There's capital, collateral, capability, and then if all those things are embedded together, and we normally look at someone's capacity, because you can have a collateral, you can provide an ID, but if you don't have the capacity to pay, your credit history, your cash flows, at times it's difficult to
used. You're not going to use your ID, please. When you put it there, they will throw it back to you.
True. Okay, thank you for that question. Actually, there are very many things we use as collateral for financial institutions like SACCOs. First of all, security is part, but you can use your home-like appliances, home shuttles. You have a television set at home, you have a refrigerator, but these things don't take them. They just show us that you are capable, you are somewhere, you have some things at home which can bail out if someone maybe the loan crashes. So you can use those shuttles. Some, if you really like taking big loans, you can't use shuttles. We're taking a loan of maybe 3 million or 100 or 10 million. Those ones you can go to other big and non-movable securities, maybe an agreement. But these small loans, we normally encourage our clients. I use that. You use small securities you have. Some because you don't want to put stringent things on you so that you can't afford this loan. We normally make sure that we sweeten it out so that it's manageable for you to take. That's why we don't normally want to consider security alone. That one is an addition. At least because it's a member-owned, member-controlled. We know you that you are Isaiah. You've been banking with us every time. We know your account. With security, we look at it, but at a later stage. Now we look at you. They've been banking with us. That's how normally we use our clients to stay with us.
You know, actually, there's a situation. Okay, you could have you could have known your member for quite some time, but now things have become intense for them.
Yes.
You know, and maybe they are in big problems. So, and of course, now the only option is the ID, really. And like you say, maybe the loan that they're going to acquire, the things they have can't really cover.
Everything.
Everything. So what should that person do? Should they go and borrow from individuals?
Okay, but what I encourage our members to do, since they think has moved in, because time T, some people even used to leave their ATM cards. Like I have my ATM. Let me leave you my ATM with you and give me 100,000. You even gives you the code so that you can withdraw the money. But that's at that extent, I'm encouraging members. At least let us move to get small loans which are manageable, because since the government has moved in, some of our colleagues have been using that. The money lending side, because I have colleagues who've been having IDs for most of their clients, because it's easier. Give me your ID, I give you 100,000 free of charge. Then within a week, you return with a bonus of maybe 20%. But currently, since the law has moved in, let us resolve to other issues. You can use small loans. You can take small loans with small securities, which are manageable, which we can use, so that you can move. Because if you can't move without credit, and you can't move without money, and you don't necessarily have everything you need. You need to borrow so that you can get access something else. So I think let us resolve to get small monies which are manageable and which you can secure with the smaller securities we have.
Now that you've talked of actually money lenders, because now there were the category that was really emphasized on, because those are individual on individual.
Yes.
So they have no other option, because I mean they don't have enough information first of all
on a client.
So the only possession they could get of them is the national ID.
Yes.
But then they also know that the national ID is really important. So if you were a money lender, what alternative would you have? Would you really do, if now that we have said no use the national ID, what is the alternative you're going to use as a money lender? How are you going to get to that person?
I have colleagues. I have colleagues who are money lenders, and sometimes I visited their offices and I saw that. But if I'm there for and now the law has moved in, actually, because their clients, they're first-time clients, they just move in and move out with the money. I think for that time, if it comes time T, and the national ID is the only issue you have, then business is may not move the straight way the way it did, because these clients are sharp. Now the law has moved in. You may say that since it's within my corridor, it's between you, me and you, and me with an ID, come and take your money. And no way you can't report that client to a police station also and because of law. Because of his or her national ID. I think if I'm their fault, I need to resort to other facilities. Because if the law has moved in, the law is law. You know the law nowadays, it can take away your business. If you can take away your license, UMRA is there. If you are licensed under UMRA, they can take away your license. I think then you have to resort to other means, my dear friends, and then move on with business. There's no way.
Anyway, I was reading through and I saw when it comes to financial institutions, there is this issue of high interest rates. Someone gets a loan of maybe 200,000 at the end of the day. Oh, they are paying 300,000. So what is this that we are dealing with?
Okay, the percentages. By the way, the percentages, they depend. Because since we are under UMRA, there's money lending, we have SACCOs and money lenders. Okay. Those who have their businesses, the way they control them. With SACCOs, the rates are managed and controlled by members. Because member owned, on AGMs, we call them, they say, the 3% is too high, give us a 2%, or give us a 2%, or a 1.1%, depending on the products you have. But with money lenders, for them, since their business, their capital, they know how much they have invested, even the risk. At times for them, they rate. And if the client works in their business, their offices, they rate their clients differently. They can give you a rate of 20% and a 30%. At times I have a money lender who even gave me money. At times I went there, he gave me a rate of 30%. I said, 30% on your loan. It's like you are taking part of the money which I've borrowed from you. Yes. So those rates differ from money lenders. So that's why I'm telling our clients and members, if before signing a loan, look at those small things, the rates, the interest rates, the rates are manageable and they are friendly to you. If you take them and you take that money at that rate, the money can be useful because you can take money and end up making money for the money lender instead of you gaining out of it. Yes. So
in case I want to enroll into a SACCO or cooperative, or what are the credentials that are needed if I want to start on a loan? How much can I go for?
Okay. If you want to borrow from a cooperative, first of all, you need to be a member because they are member owned. First of all,
so
you have to first join, fill a form. That's why I need your national ID to know that you are the real person. You open up an account. There are shares. You have to buy a share, at least 1 or 2 depends, because at our side buy at least two shares. If the share is 10,000, 20,000 in your account. So you operate your account, you keep on using your account. You save on it 1,000, 2,000, depends on your source of employment. Maybe you may be employed, you may be self-employed. So you keep on saving on your account. Then at time T, if you want money to borrow, then you can walk in. You give your loan officer, he visits you, he sees your business, and then he give you money. But normally with cooperatives, the good thing of it, we give members. So you have to be knowing you have joined, we know you, so that we can give you our money. Don't anyone.
Interesting right there. And of course, talking matters regarding NIRA saying that national IDs are no longer going to be used for security, for loans, and of course for money lenders, it's a loss for them.
True.
Where are they going to get this? But you see, by the way, I was actually thinking, you also, if you're a money lender, you also have to know the people you're dealing with.
It's true.
Because at the end of the day, someone can't come to you. They don't have. They just want a loan. You don't know what they want it for, really. By the way, there has to be also that knowledge.
Do you know the person? KYC. Because now there is a money laundering. Where is the money from? Are you supporting someone, a business which is not regulated by the government? Yeah. Because those people who don't want to disclose themselves at times, and know where they stay. You don't know their businesses. That's why I think the government is moving in to know what are they doing? The person we are giving out money, or he's living with this national ID. Because by the way, with the security, the things which are governed, which are control security, supposed to be physical. It's supposed to be physical. It can be easily changed into money. But the national ID, can you change it to money? It's a government possession. By the way, you can't change it into, you can't liquidate it. By the way, and they can compel someone to pay, though, but it can't be changed. You can't sell it to someone else. So that's why I think the government is moving in, and my colleagues have to resort to other things so that we can remain in business. If we are to survive. Yes.
Really, I must say there is a region, either eastern or northern, money lenders were actually beating up people, those that borrow money.
It's true.
I mean, because they also need the money, and of course, a person who borrowed, maybe used it for other things, and they forgot that they really need to pay. So this aspect of violence is also rampant for money lenders. So in case there is a cause for violence, and of course you report to police. So which of the two do you think is really right?
Okay, so I think with money lending, because you deal with members directly, and you don't know them, that's why they reach at that extent of beating up members. Because remember, I have moved into now this television this station, I've taken money, and now I've failed to pay it back. You'll find me on the street, I'm still moving out, I'm thinking, I haven't got your money, but you have my national ID, you keep it. Because someone say, I'm a motorcycle rider, someone don't need the ID there and then, and you can pay you to beat me up so that I can pay you back. But that's why we resolve to other issues that you have to know the Isaiah who you are giving the money. Instead of having his ID, but know his business, where he's staying. Somehow you can move out to his residence, talk to maybe he's married, take his wife, and Isaiah took his money. But can you help me out? He took 100,000. But I don't know, he's meandering here and there. He doesn't want to pay me. So the interest of reaching an next level, beating Isaiah up so that he can pay you. So I'm thinking that the thing we are going to resolve to, let us know our clients. This issue of men with their IDs, some people are not responsive enough. They don't keep their IDs. They don't even move out. They don't necessarily want to move with their IDs. They can leave you their ID and stay with it for a year, and then for them they don't mind, and you keep a defaulting rate increases in your organization. Yes. So let us know our clients, and then we will serve them better. That's what I would say.
So any last remarks regarding this whole issue, what your friends, the money lenders, should do, all those circles that are really involved into confiscating the national IDs for members? What advice do you have for them? What should their takeaway be as they think about it over the weekend?
Okay, thank you. I think their takeaway should be that we need to go back to our principles. Like for circles, because there's a WhatsApp group which I'm on, which I have very many circle managers. Some have been affected with this issue of government moving in, like I can't use the national IDs. What my say on this, let us go back to our principles, the circle principles. How we started the business. If maybe it was part of our policy, that someone can present a national ID and you give a loan. So let us go back to our policies. We amend them. These things are amended. You go back and amend it. If a constitution of the government can be amended, what about our policies? Let's amend our policies, and then we move those national ideas being a security, we add on other things, so that we can remain in business and we serve the community. Because without our policies, we can't serve our members better, because those are our guiding tool in our cooperatives.
Well, thank you very much. You've heard it from the horse's mouth, and they said we have to follow the right procedures, you have to have right policies for us to conduct rightful ways of lending out money. So for those that have been planning and those that have been holding national IDs for people, please put them out on streets. People should come. people should come and pick their IDs. But of course, that is a conversation that we've been having today. Rotating national ID is no longer going to be used as collateral or security. And of course, I was joined with Isaiah Mutesasra from Brazil Alliance Corporation.
Yes.
And of course, we are really happy to have you.
Okay, thank you.
We could, if we had more time, we could talk more, even beyond national IDs and much educating people about the use of circles.
Okay.
Thank you for having us.
I thank you for your invitation, by the way. I'm glad. Next time also, we will be there if you need us.
All right. Of course, don't forget the markets at Zabu are open. They're already open. So if you want to market, or if you want to trade, or you want to invest in government bonds and securities, you can invest as low as 15,000 Uganda shillings when you dial *292#. And of course, that is their USSD code for Zabu. So you can either buy the product, or you could go straight to the bonds. So like I told you, 15,000 is the low, Uganda shilling is the lowest as you can go. So Zabu is powered by Alltex East Africa, and they're telling you to do something new. It's the year 2023. So Monday to Friday, those are the working days, except for weekends and public holidays, which we have not had in this week. So from 8:15 a.m. to 3:15 p.m., that is approximately 6-7 working hours. That is when you reach out to Zabu. Zabu says, my money, my future. And Alltex East Africa says to do something new. It's the year 2023. Well, of course, more discussions coming up, but of course, after this break, we are going to talk sport, business, and entertainment. We're going to be reviewing a movie for the movie lovers today. Let's go for a short breather. We shall be right back.